Okay, people. Apparently, that Steam price leak. You know, the 1,100. Um, yeah. Apparently, it was fake. Let's take a look at
Well, a bunch of people in the games industry are reporting a leaked Steam Machine price and saying it's dead on arrival. So we should just
it.
take them at face value, right? I don't think so. How's it going, everyone?
Oh,
As always, my name is Jimmy Champagne. This is Deck Ready, my channel all about Steam hardware. I hope you're having a great weekend playing a ton of video games. Look, I'm going to level with you. I just really want to hit 100,000 subscribers. So whether you're new here or you've been here for a while, subscribe, set your notifications to all. You'll continue to get great videos like this one.
yeah. I'm just trying to hit my first 100 subscribers. So, if you guys see this video, by all means, there's clearly a difference from where I am and where this guy is. But yeah, please, subscribe, hit the bell, notification. If there's a hype it up. I don't know how to do the hype thing. But yeah, let's continue.
And it's a single topic video because the whole Steam Machine world blew up today when I took a day off to go get a haircut and watch my mom's house while she had workers there because she was at work. But this is something that I just couldn't ignore. So while I was sitting there on the couch editing some ads for the
Okay. I don't know how to say that. A retailer already seems to have Steam Machine 512 gigabyte listed in a preliminary offer. The product page doesn't show a price publicly yet, but if you inspect the site via a browser developer console, you can actually find the hidden price in the page properties. For the 512 gigabyte model, the price there is 19,826. That is $950. Yo, what? And then also the 2 terabyte model is listed for 1,000 plus. Hey, if you are part of the innovators, if you're part of the universe, and you remember me ranting about how expensive this machine was gonna be, in the chat section, in the comment section, um, can you type "just get a PC, please"? Can you type "just get a PC, please"?
channel. I got a bunch of X notifications. I even got some emails from you guys sending me a store page from a Czech Republic retailer that has listings
Check.
for the
Okay.
Steam Machine. And they don't have prices on these pages, but people did the inspect element thing and they were able to find some placeholder prices. For the 512 gig model, it equals out to like $950-ish. And for the 2 terabyte model, it equals out to $1,000 plus 70, so
Right.
1,070.
Right.
That's a really hard number to say, $1,070. So immediately people just took that at face value, started tweeting it out. Articles went up. They were saying it's dead on arrival at that price. They were doing the whole console war thing. And I, instead of doing that, decided to do about 2 to 3 minutes worth of research. And I looked into this website, and it turns out they're not really like Best Buy here in the United States, right? Like they're a big storefront. I had it confirmed to me by someone who lives in the Czech Republic, but they're mostly a reseller. So like used, refurbished, some new stuff. That's what ends up on this website. So I decided to do a little searching. I found the 512 gigabyte Steam Deck OLED, and I did the conversion of the math on the price, and they're selling it for over $200 more than its MSRP. Same goes for the 1 terabyte OLED. And then I checked some other products, and it's basically like,
Even okay, so what he's about to say is that there's a $200 difference from like the actual price and like a refurbished price. Basically, is what he's gonna say. He's gonna say that based off his calculations for the Steam Deck being $200 over what it really is in America. He's just gonna be like, well, we can just knock out $200 right here from the Steam machine. I'm here to tell you right now, people, if you're not gonna pay, if you're not gonna pay $800 for a PC, if you're not gonna pay 1,000 plus for a PC, if you're not gonna pay 1,200, if you're not gonna pay 1,300, okay, if you're not gonna do that, there's no way in hell you're gonna buy a Steam machine for $800. I'm gonna just say it right now. And if you do, if you can save up $800, but you can't wait another paycheck to get 13, what what, what like I don't. I'm really having a hard time understanding. Like you guys have to see. Like this goes out to all my console players. In 2026, with the Steam Deck, the Steam Machine, with all of these consoles that are literally PCs, you guys have to see how useless it is to have a console. Just get a PC. Just get a PC. And I know the price of RAM right now is out of this world. I get it. I understand it. I really, really freaking do. But I am telling you, if you get a good PC, if you put together a good PC, that PC is going to outlast any amount of generations your console will go through. If you had a PS5, if you had a PS5 from the moment your PS5 dropped till now, your PC is going to last from then to now and then about 5 more years later. You're not going to need to upgrade your PC until, I don't know, like, I don't even know really. Like, that's how long they last. You can still be playing. Okay, let's say right now in big 2026, you got yourself a 9080 or whatever. You can spec your shit up, right? You got the best of the best of the best for 2026. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 35, 36. In 10 years, 10, 11 years, you can still use all that. For the newer games that come out, you may just have to put them on medium graphical settings. Why aren't you guys getting PCs? I don't understand. Do you guys just really like the lie of this console can do everything a PC can do? Because I'm here to tell you guys, it's a lie. It's a lie. I want you to record a reaction video on your Xbox, on your PS5 right now. Do it. Pause this video and do it. I'll wait. You can't do that, can you? Moving on.
Anywhere from $200 more to like 100% markup. Sometimes they double the price overall. So clearly, even if they are going to sell this thing at those prices, that doesn't really tell you anything about what the actual price is going to be. And on top of that, I thought this was common knowledge, but Valve does not sell through third-party retailers in any other country in the world except for Japan. There might be a couple outliers, but like for the vast majority of them, the United States, the European Union, which I'm 99% sure Czech Republic is in. That was sarcasm. They've been in the European Union since like 2004. The only way to buy a brand new Steam Deck is to load up Steam or go to steamdeck.com, which will then open up Steam, log into Steam, buy it through Steam. It'll show up at your house, shipped through Steam. In Japan, they use a separate website, and that kind of bit them in the butt because on the announcement day of the Steam machine, that Japanese storefront uploaded the pages like over an hour early, and we were able to get images of all the things that were going to be announced, and it really helped me get my video out quicker, so I'm not really complaining. But yeah, in most of the countries around the world, the vast majority of them, the only way to buy Steam hardware is through Valve. And I even saw some people who had that pointed out to them coming out and saying, well, maybe this is them confirming that they're going to sell it through third-party retailers, and there are plenty of interviews out there with
the Switch 2 could never.
Valve from when the Steam machine came out, where they specifically straight up say, we're selling it the exact same way as we did the Steam Deck and Steam Deck OLED. So I would guess at launch, there's going to be a reservation system. You put your money down, they give you a spot in line. Once they hit that spot in line, they ship it out. And then once they get through that initial order wave, you'll just be able to buy them on demand. But for all intents and purposes, the only way to buy a Steam machine, a Steam frame, or a Steam controller separately is going to be through Steam. So like this whole website,
Facebook Marketplace,
as big as it is, as legitimate as it is, does not fit anywhere into the equation of buying a Steam machine. But even if we do the math, like take the $200 markup they're charging on the Steam Deck OLED and apply it here, what does that make the Steam machine? Well, for the 2 terabyte, that would make it $870.
Didn't I just tell y'all he was going to do this? Didn't I just tell y'all he was going to say this? It didn't. You know what?
And for the 512 gig, that would make it $750. And honestly, I think $750 is a great price. I remember talking about multiple times.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Y'all about to pay $700 to $800 for a console now? Y'all about to get for a console that's not gonna last beyond 5-6 years? Y'all gonna do that? Y'all but Hey, concept players, I'm sorry. I usually don't go this hard on you guys. I usually don't. I promise. But if you guys buy this shit, you guys are dumb. And I love Steam. I love Steam. I am a full supporter of Steam. I love Steam. But do I want this machine to succeed? I do not. And I'm going to explain why. Okay? Save another check, bro. Save another check. If you're going to save up $800 and you got to save up 900 because taxes, if you're going to save up 900 bucks to get a Steam machine, you might as well go full throttle and just save up either a band and a half or two bands and just get yourself the better. When I was a child, I remember it like it was yesterday. When I was a child, my aunt and her son, right? Well, my aunt had her son, and my aunt gave us an option for that 4th of July that year. She said you guys could either have a water gun or fireworks. You can't have both this year. And I just wanted fireworks so bad. I wanted fireworks so bad. And she was like, "Are you sure you want the fireworks?" And I was like, "Yes, I want the fireworks." She was like, "Okay, you're not getting a super soaker if I give you the fireworks." Because usually every year when we did celebrate the 4th, we got the super soakers to have a water balloon fight. And then at nighttime we got our fireworks. Everybody else in the family chose a super soaker. I was the only one that chose fireworks. And you want to know the lesson that I learned? I chose fireworks. The function didn't start until late at night. The family barbecue didn't start until around evening time. They gave us our items during the day. Everybody else was having a water gun fight, water balloon fight, water hose all over the place. You want to know what I was doing? Waiting to pop my fireworks. I could not join in the festivities of the water fights with my family. I couldn't do it because I was so focused on getting exactly what I wanted right then and there. I couldn't see the bigger picture. So all the other children and some of the adults were playing all day and having a great day. I'm bored. I go to pop a firework. I get told no, not until nighttime, not until nights. So I'm this child where I'm at the age to where a minute feels like an hour and an hour feels like a day, right? I'm that young, okay? So I'm sitting there bawling my eyes out because all my friends and cousins and siblings are over there having the time of their life. And I'm sitting here with nothing but a box of whack fireworks. I am telling you guys right now. I am telling you right now. If you're about to save up $800 to $900 for this Steam machine, save another check and go put together a PC. Oh, well, we can't plug up our controllers to the PC. Yes, you can. I don't know why you would do it, but yes, you can. Oh, but Mike, I don't know how to put together a PC. My dude, go buy the parts. If you go to any pick and save or pick apart or any PC shop, just walk in and say, "Hey, I used to be a console head. Now I'm trying to come over to PC land. I need help building." They'll say, "What's your price range?" You tell them 15. You tell them 200. You tell them 1300, okay? If you don't want to go full throttle, tell them 1300. They're going to pick the best parts for you. And then they're going to ask you, "Do you want to put it together yourself? Or would you like me to put it together for you? We can put it together for you for the small price of $60." Oh, you're also gonna need a mouse and keyboard. We have some really cool mouse and keyboards over here. Go take a look. They're 30% off today. You never know what they got going on. But I'm telling you, the more you guys sit there and choose the fireworks over the Super Soaker, the more you're gonna get left out of these amazing games, dude. I am telling you, I used to be a console head. When I was a child, Sega, Nintendo, GameCube, PlayStation, Dreamcast was my ish. I played my Dreamcast until they finally announced we are no longer supporting the Dreamcast. Okay? All right? I understand the familiarity of a console. I understand how easy a console is to just plug up to your TV. By the way, you can also plug up your PC to your TV, but we won't go there. I understand how easy it is for you guys. I get it. I used to be there as a child, but then I grew up and then I realized that paying for consoles is just delaying the inevitable console upgrade. So you're starting off with one console, and then you're just gonna keep having to fork out money for consoles every year, every 5 years. And so then you get a console, and then they release the Slim Edition, or the Pro Edition, or they do the Call of Duty Edition, or the Spider-Man Edition, and then you go like, why didn't I wait? Why didn't I wait? And then you can't hold back. So guess what you do? You go get the Spider-Man Edition. That's another $500. You can put the cost of your original and your Spider-Man Edition, plus some more for the games, right? You can add all that up and just go get a PC. And then guess what? If you wanted to switch your cases for PCs, if you want an amazing case, $60, $80. If you want to design, if you want Spider-Man PC edition, you can just go to Amazon and just type in Spider-Man cases. And then you just put that shit on. You guys, you know what? We're moving on.
Parts in this thing and getting to like $425 as the cost to manufacture it. Obviously, they're going to have to mark it up, but they do save some money shipping it themselves and not using third-party retailers. But that was all before the whole RAM explosion happened.
Yeah.
And I understand that you don't want it to be higher than $500 or $600 because that's what the PlayStation 5 costs. But if the price of this thing ends up being around there, the price on all that other stuff is going to go up relatively. They're all going for the exact same parts. They all need RAM. They all need chips manufactured. They all need mass storage for inside the actual device. So if the Steam Machine has to come out at a little bit of a higher price, it's not like PlayStation is going to lower the price of the PS5 or even keep it the same. There are more price increases coming for everything, whether it's the PlayStation 5, a pre-built gaming PC at Micro Center, the Switch 2, the Xbox Series X, the list goes on and on.
Why did he just mention the Switch 2 like people actually buy that? Moving on.
So the entire market is going to scale up. It's not just individual products that are going to get random
Wait. Hold on. Can you see what I see there? Do you guys see what I see? Do you see what I see? Do you see what I see? Do I even have to talk about it? Do I have to talk about anything in this picture right here? Do you guys think he's playing that on a Steam machine? They're not even out yet. Guess what he's playing that on with the Steam controller? Guess what he's playing that on with the Steam controller? Guess what he's doing? Can you guys guess? Can you guess? Can you guess what he's playing that on?
Price increases or level offs. And I've never been the kind of person who needs this thing to like capture the entire PlayStation user base. I think a lot of PlayStation's user base is stuck in place because they've spent the last 2 generations buying tons and tons of games on their PlayStation Network account, or at the very least they've added them to their account through PlayStation Plus Essential. They like that hardware. They're probably not really willing to jump ship because, you know, they own a fuck ton of digital games that they'd lose access to if they sold their PlayStation 5 and bought a PC, and the idea of starting over now seems absolutely crazy.
Look, man, I'm telling you guys, you did like. I hear this excuse all the time about why do I should if I get a PC, then what about all the games on Game Pass and all my digital games that I had? That is what they have you locked in. Y'all don't know that you're being bamboozled. You guys have no, you don't understand. You're being, you think you own those digital games? Hell, I don't even own my games on Steam. None of us own our games. If we have digital games, none of us own them. The moment Steam or PlayStation or Xbox goes, okay, guys, yeah, we no longer support the digital games, and yeah, we're closing our stores and we're gonna go back to nothing but physical gaming. The moment that happens, look, I bet you then you'll be like, you know what, I should have got a PC. And I'm not saying that I won't deal with it, right? Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. But let's just say on PC, and I'm not gonna put this out there. Let's just say all I'm gonna say is I have not bought a game in like, you know what? We're moving on.
The same thing goes for people on the Switch too. I don't think there's a lot of people sitting there playing their Switch too.
Why is he talking about the Switch too? If you actually bought and play the Switch 2, I'm gonna need you to put CCG in the comment section. Okay? I need answers. I have yet to meet people, anyone that has a Switch 2. Who is buying this dumb machine?
Angrily, like, man, I really wish this thing had the performance of a PS5 Pro, right? Like, that would be good, but they're obviously happy with the Switch 2 if they're playing it and buying games on it. On the Xbox side of the fence, I think those people are more interested in getting into PC gaming, but like, I think the vast majority of anyone who switches is going to go for Windows and get an ROG Xbox Ally or an Ally X and use the Windows full screen experience. Like, yeah, there will be some bleed over to Steam, but like, I think people are mostly firmly planted in their camps, and if they discover PC gaming, they'll want to look up the Steam machine. But I don't think there was ever really a future where this thing was going to take over the entire industry and get 500 million users right out of the gate. I've never thought that was realistic. So I think the real goal of the Steam machine is to just make it easier to play Steam games. Like, I already have a really good gaming PC with a 9070 XT, a 9800 X3D that has SteamOS on it. It runs games great, but I'm just excited to get the Steam machine for things like the form factor, the fact you can turn it on with the controller, the fact that the Bluetooth is set up right so you can have multiple controllers connected at the same time and sit more than 3 inches away without getting interference, the direct connection to the Steam frame, the boutique experience of SteamOS getting actual updates tailored to the hardware. There's a lot of reasons that it's more than just a bunch of parts in a box, and that's all besides the point that they fit this into a chassis that's the size of a Kleenex box that's getting essentially PS5 level performance. So like, if they sell it at 700 or 750, I'm not comparing it to console prices. It's not a console, it's a PC, and PC parts are more expensive. So like, yeah, if you want Valve to like grab you by the neck and drag you to the store and say, look, we made this thing cost $500, abandon PlayStation 5, you're gonna.
If it costs $500, I will shut up and I will say, don't get a PC, get a Steam machine. But we all know it's not gonna cost $500. Get that myth out of your head. And if it drops and it's 500 big ones, I will shut up. I will admit that I'm wrong. But we all know this is not gonna cost $500. This is not gonna cost $600. This is not gonna cost $700. This is gonna be up there in price with a mid to low tier level PC. So you might as well just get a PC. Steam, I love you. I really, really love Steam. I really do. I honestly love Steam, right? But I do not want this machine to succeed. I don't. I don't want this machine to succeed. I want people to just grow the hell up and get a PC. And that's what Eno has to say today. Eno out.